Sunday. Day did not start off too terribly well. I was in the kitchen going to make myself the morning coffee, looking out the window as I do at birds and squirrels and my shopping trolley garden. And I see a guy behind me with long-handled loppers leaning way over the fence cutting my tree. That guy back there has been reaching over the fence and trimming my apple tree. It's not over his yard. I've been trimming. He takes it upon himself to do. Now, I'm the one that gave him a couple bushels of apples a few years ago. What a jerk. Their house is up for sale and they want everything perfect. Well, I'm trying to do the best I can. He doesn't have to cut my trees. Why are you trimming the apple tree? That's what trees do, dude. I'm not the reason you can't sell your house. Why do you have to be so white trash about it? What a jerk. The dude has his house up for sale and it hasn't been able to sell. I don't even think he has anyone looking at it. And he was leaning way over the fence. He has sprayed poison along the fence. And I gave him apples a few years ago. I had a bumper crop of apples and he had at least a bushel of apples. And he claimed to be happy for getting the apples because I asked him. He was like hinting, and I asked him if he wanted some. I haven't really had any problem with these people. He's real weird. He has all his trash cans against the back fence, and sometimes the wind blows the lids in my yard, and I gently go out, just place them over the fence, just like I do with the frisbees for the dog that lives in another yard. When they come in the yard, I'll just gently go over and put them over in their yard, you know, no big deal. But this guy is just being a real turd because he's trying to sell his house and it won't sell. Well, it won't sell because there's a lot of vacant houses in this neighborhood that people tried to sell and they just won't because the neighborhood's kind of going downhill. On my street, you've got two different houses with people in their thump crap, huge speakers in their car crap. And there's a house next to one of them that's been vacant for a while and they can't sell it. Because nobody wants to live next to that. You know, if you had a choice, would you? Not unless you didn't care and you did the same thing yourself. But then that would just make the neighborhood go down the toilet. And it's not because I'm white. Because those people are white. I mean, I don't know what their deal is, you know. Their children finally graduated from high school and I guess are on their own. And they saw the neighborhood going downhill and they want to flee. And they can't. Not without letting the house go really cheap. Which they don't want to do. No, who wants to? The house next to me on the garage side, the first time the person that owned it originally sold it to somebody for $33,000, $36,000. And then that guy gutted it and fixed it up. It's kind of plain inside, but it was clean and everything. And he couldn't sell it. He couldn't sell it, so he ended up selling it to some other company for $16,000. You can buy a good used car for sure for $16,000. And some cars cost more than that. So, I mean, and the company that bought it is renting it out to this couple. 2 years rental with the option to buy after 2 years. If they don't want to buy, then it goes renting to someone else. So that's the kind of crap we have to deal with in the neighborhood. But I'm very lucky. Those people are very nice. And they're quiet. You never hear a peep out of them. They have a dog. And you never hear it bark. It's an older dog. Not like some of these other people around here. So, yeah. And then I was just very upset, as you could tell. I watched 2 movies that I got from the library. One was Captain Underpants, which was cute, kid movie. The other one was Secret Life of Walter Mitty. It's a remake with Ben Stiller. I think the original had Peter Sellers in it or something. And that was good too. That kind of had me crying a little bit because it dealt with how he dealt with life and what he thought of himself and how he felt like how he was like really dull and boring and he didn't do anything, but then he really did at the end. And I feel like I'm dull and boring. Actually, I know I'm dull and boring, and I don't feel like I've contributed anything. I feel like I need to contribute something before I leave the earth, you know? But I haven't contributed in much of anything. There's things that I have started and I just haven't finished. And I started thinking about this health crap. And I was just sitting and thinking, I was real quiet, and I thought, I was talking to myself like I always do, and actually this medical stuff is not really good practice. It's almost malpractice because they weighed me. Since last October, I was a little bit less weight. They didn't prick my finger. They didn't take blood before prescribing medicine. They went on something that was 7 months old. How do they know what my health has done in 7 months? Things can change in a week's time, you know, with some people. So is it malpractice? Can I do anything about that? What if it was something terribly serious? And they never told me a thing. What if it was something worse than a diabetes type condition or high or low levels of something? What if it was worse? That's not good practice to not tell somebody. Oh, we're just gonna write off some pills and shove them your way. That's the way this country seems to work, and I think it's terrible. I'm thinking, I wish I could get them on malpractice. I could at least take care of some of my financial crap here. Get a different car. Today is very close to 100 degrees. It's like body temperature, but it's very humid out there. It's incredibly miserable. Tomorrow night's putting out the trash night, so I really, between right now and tomorrow night, I have to get the trash, that trash can full. I want to clean out the garage some more. I'm going to have to wait till early in the morning. Hopefully it'll be a little cooler. Tomorrow's supposed to be a record high day again. And then yesterday it rained like a son of a gun, and lightning struck a tree on the next street. I'll have to take the camera over there and show you. It knocked the bark right off of it. I thought it sounded close. Holy crap. Too bad I sometimes have the camera hanging out that window, and I wish it would have been on during that lightning and thunder attack. Holy macaroni. You'd have jumped right out of your skin. It was loud. Well, anyway, we got home from Menards, and Richard went home, and before then we walked around the backyard, and I was pointing out stuff with the tree and the apple tree, and I said, look at all these apples, and then I was asking him questions, because one of Mom's caregivers trims trees or something, and I said, do you think he'd give me a free estimate to take care of this stuff? And I was saying it loud enough so that those people back there knew that I wasn't just some idiot, deadbeat, dumbhead that just doesn't care. I care. It's just that guy overstepped his bounds, leaned way over the fence with loppers that had handles that were 2.5 feet long on them. Because I have a pair like that, and I know how long the handles are. And he was leaning way over. And Richard said, well, how'd he get all those branches on his side of the yard? And I said, well, if you cut through and you kind of open and close it a little bit and you pull toward yourself, the branch comes with you. So that's how he had them all over there, because I saw him, and he had a whole lot more over there than I thought. So I wasn't real happy about that. I don't like when I'm being taken advantage of like that. Richard said, probably because you're an easy target. You're the only one by yourself. Everyone else around them, there's many people that live there. And since I'm the only one, oh, I tell you, it just pisses me off, and I don't like getting all riled up about it, because the guy's not worth being riled up about. It's always something, and it's like, I started feeling real bad. That circle is everything and everybody. That little dot is me. I'm all alone and amongst all this crap. And all that crap, when it goes wrong, I'm all alone against it. One can either fight back or give in and give up. You get tired of fighting back against depression and all the crap that's happened to you. It's like the last straw on the camel's back that broke the camel's back. Basically, you're loading up this poor camel with a load of straw and more straw and more straw, and finally there's one last blade of straw. It's just too much. One last thing, it was too much, and the camel fell over. That's how I feel, like I'm being loaded up with straw. When is that last straw going to hit? What will happen when it does? Got a lot of house issues and tree issues and car issues and the health crap. Ooh, I still am not happy about that. Haven't been on the internet all day, so maybe there'll be something on there that puts a smile on my face. I don't know. I've just about had it. Hopefully I'll show you the tree that got struck by lightning, and hopefully I'll have a cleaner garage to show you tomorrow. Upward and onward.